So the 9 to 5 is crazy. Loses her job. This is the woman. I don't know if you've all seen this lady's work. She's previously appeared on the internet crying, making some really good points. But can we all just agree we should have on-the-spot fines for people crying on social media right now?
Yeah.
She's making some good points. She talks about the fact that in a standard 9 to 5 job with travel and not being able to afford to live in the city and all the rest of it, the life's very difficult and you haven't got time to do all the things you'd like to do. But she does that while looking very attractive, crying and having these amazing nails that I think, well, that didn't take 5 minutes, did it? So she kind of undermines her own point. Anyway, she's now been fired.
But this is the thing about those kind of videos, you know, it's the idea that a young person goes into the world, actually gets a 9 to 5 job, realises they can't just stay in bed all day like they did at university. That's a pretty common experience. I think most of us have had that. But of course, we didn't have smartphones to record our grief and put it out there. Of course, like you say, she was not doing that. She was getting clicks, wasn't she?
Well,
I mean,
some people have really been defending her. Connor Tomlinson, that comes on this show, not this show, this channel a lot, he was talking about the fact that we haven't evolved for women to be around so many strange men and cities are very stressful. And I thought, well, yes, you know, I work with Lewis, I sort of get it, but I don't think we're that delicate. So I think she would have made a much better point if she'd been a bit bolder, but probably would have got fewer clicks.
Yeah, I mean, no, I mean, I've got nothing against her because I think she's part of that generation where you do emote online. It's considered quite fashionable. That's part of how you commodify yourself for public consumption, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, when I first started working and was exhausted and my nails were nowhere near as good, I just kept it to myself. But I do want to... I know I'm turning into a grumpy old man, but thank heavens for Generation Z for making millennials bearable. For ages, they were the generation going, oh, they've lost the plot, and then Gen Z come along and cry about, I had to work from 9 to 5? And that's...
Yeah, but I think actually Gen Z, if we're going to call them that, they're more polarised than the millennials. You know, the millennials were just sort of like standard, like just as a standard, were just kind of annoying and whingy. Whereas the Generation Z seemed to be either this extreme version of what the millennials were, or a kind of really reactionary kind of...
So they want 1950s dresses and stay at home.
Yeah, trad wife, kind of like... I mean, it's weird. They're just polarised as a generation. So, you know...
Maybe we've always been that weird, but we just couldn't get that video to people really
quick. That's it. I'm so relieved that I didn't grow up in the era of smartphones.
Can you imagine?
I'd be in prison. I'd be in prison by now, basically.
I would be so ashamed I couldn't leave the house.
No. OK.